Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people and absolute thrill to have you, your guides, my guides and the universal energies with us today. Getting quite a few new subscribers, which is fantastic. Love to see you. When we reach the next 100 subscribers milestone, which will be 600, then we'll do again another draw for free readings. So looking forward to that. First of all, want to give my sympathies to there was another mass shooting in the US where it was a divorce case, and the husband decided to take out practically the entire family, including himself. It comes back to very much what Bo of the Fifth Column talks about, in that domestic violence is the root of about 70% of the known root of about 70% of mass shootings. So that's quite interesting. The police did say that the family was known to them, which suggests that there allegedly was something going on there. Also, yes, McCarthy, 11. He's up to 11. Still a long way to go to beat Nathaniel Banks's record of 133 set in 1855. But the fact that the GOP have not put up any viable alternatives, we'll see how it plays. I've done several readings on this and the boys keep telling me the same thing every time, so we'll just see how it plays. Okay, what I'm going to have a look in this particular reading is, I was asked by one of my lovely viewers, thank you, I love questions, gives me something specific to read on that is of interest to you, the Canada federal election. So, very, very quick read, because I don't like to bias the reading myself with information I know. Justin Trudeau is the current Prime Minister in Canada. He is the leader of the Liberal Party. Now, the Liberal Party formed a coalition with the NDP Party, if I get that right, to form government, and technically they should be in government until 2025. However, that coalition is a little bit on the nose at the moment, and if they split, it will force, I believe, another federal election, the third in 3 years or something ridiculous like that. So the Liberal Party that Justin Trudeau is the leader of is the sort of lefty moderate party. The NDP is the far left. The other party is the Conservative Party. I didn't write its name down, I've just got Conservative, led by Pierre Poilievre. Probably got that pronunciation absolutely terrible. They were the Conservative far right party, or right to far right party. However, what is happening is, like most right-leaning governments, they've realised this is not working for us, so they're moving towards a more moderate. So they're moving to moderate right. Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party are moving towards moderate left, so the Liberals are moving across, trying to push the right further right. The right are moving across, trying to push the Liberals further left. And we'll see how it goes. So I have been asked to read on both of the leaders to see how they go. Let me have a look. I might use these. These are my Gilded Tarot Royale. They're what I call my nondescript cards. They don't have, I've got cards, for money draws, cards for the gooses and the GOP, cards for, several things like that. These are my nondescript ones, well battered. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at Pierre Poilievre and Justin Trudeau. So what I might do is I'll throw 4 cards each, a signifier and 3. No, I won't. I shall do a spiritual growth layout, spread for each of them, and see where we go. And if it needs me to read further, we'll read further. Okay, show me. I'll go Justin Trudeau, because I know Trudeau. I know who he is. I'm familiar with him. He's been Prime Minister for quite a long time. Justin Trudeau, show me Justin Trudeau going forward. If there is, just Justin Trudeau, the energies now and going forward. Justin Trudeau, Justin Trudeau energies now going forward as leader of the Liberal Party in Canada. Let's have a look. Okay. Signifier. Something new being birthed. This might be them moving more to the moderate centre. Something new coming forward. Abundance. So Canada's actually done, from what I can afar tell, because I'm down under the other side of the world, but Canada and Australia are very similar. And what I'm getting from this is that Canada has done well under the leadership of Justin Trudeau. Yes, he's misstepped on occasion, as they all do, but it has been, and correct me if I'm wrong, but considering the world policies, so we've got pandemic, supply chains, inflation, etc., considering what's going on in the world as a total, with climate change, droughts and fires, you name it, everything's happening. It has actually been quite an abundant time for Canada under his leadership, and it has been steady and stable and pretty much, thank you guys, the word they're telling me is boring. There's no drama, which is good. It's been a very boring leadership. Okay, challenged by the magician. Okay. Couple of meanings of this card. Could be manipulation, or it could be... No, thank you. They're telling me it's the original meaning of the magician, which means that he has... It's his to lose. He has all the tools in the toolbox to make this happen, to manifest possibilities. So therefore, any election is his to lose. Okay, not the other guys to win. Okay, what we've got is, interesting. So this is what he's planning on doing. This is what he's thinking about doing. End of an era. You'll notice none of these swords are actually touching the body itself. Tens are the end of an era, and this is about the truth. So this is what he's planning to do, is literally shaft with the truth. Okay, that's going to be interesting. And then we've got the slow and steady progress forward, the loyal, diligent, hard-working, steady, financially adept movement forward. So he's actually going to be quite ruthless when it comes to Pierre Poilievre, I think, is what these cards are telling me. He's going to show that's his plan, is to show a contrast between the two leadership styles. Okay. What is actually going to happen is actions are going to have consequences. And the Nine of Wands, setting up of boundaries, surrendering to the messaging. Okay. Weighing up. You've got the Sword of Truth here, blindfolded, yin and yang. This is very much about balancing, but also being next to here, it's actions and consequences. So he's going to run on the stability that he's bought. Okay, see where this goes. I suppose the first question I should have asked is, will the NDP and the Liberal Party split? But this was fairly general. This wasn't about the federal election itself. The karma hanging over him, the Knight of Wands. Great. A message of inspiration. He is inspired. Not so much inspirational, but it is an inspired message bringing forward a new plan and a new passion. And King of Cups, as the stable, calm, diplomatic leader. So this is really good karma hanging over him. He is seen as the stable, calm, diplomatic leader who is strong in his emotional stability. Okay. Outcome for him, walking away from what does not serve or walking towards. The win at all cost. Interesting card. Win at all cost. Harsh truth coming forward, or just bringing truth forward. And then the voter. Not seeing any bad cards here for him. I do have, however, on the bottom, the Tower. Now, the Tower is very much about breaking down old systems to rebuild anew, to rebuild something more suitable for a modern lifetime. The Eight of Wands bringing forward messages really quickly. A lot of information coming out. Okay, thank you. They're telling me that this is in regards, relates to this card here, of the manifestation of possibilities, of setting new boundaries and new passions and new plans and new direction. And this is also a new direction card. So it's about acknowledging what is not working and then rebuilding. We've got the Six of Swords moving on, packing up the truth and moving on to something better, and then the Wheel of Fortune, so closing of some doors and opening of others. Now we'll just have a quick look with pendulum here. I know I'm a little bit late to the party on this one. Okay. Can I ask a question, guys? Can I ask a question? Thank you. Will the Canadian Liberal and NDP parties split? That's a sort of. Okay. Can I ask a question, please? It wasn't a yes or a no, it was a sort of, the angle to angle. Can I ask a question, please? Will there be a Canadian federal election in 2023? Will there be a Canadian federal election in 2023? Will there be a Canadian federal election? And that's a no. Okay. Can I ask a question, please? Are the Liberal Party and the NDP going to enter negotiations to move forward as a coalition? And that's a definite yes. Okay, that gives me a slightly different slant on these. Not really. Yes and no. Negotiations being entered, change of messaging, a rebalancing, walking towards what is serving rather than away. This is emotionally choosing to go in a different direction. This card concerns me a little bit. This can be betrayal and sabotage, but it's also the abuse of power and win at all cost card. And I think what it is to keep in power. There may be some soul selling. Oh, is that the right word, guys? No, they're telling me it's some blinker removing. So that's very interesting. They're telling me that it's some blinker removing. That there will be an acknowledgement that some direction needs to be changed in regards to the policy. I'm just going to draw. Sorry, just bring you down a little bit. Don't need to be looking at the ceiling there. I'm just going to draw a couple of cards. Is the Justin Trudeau Liberal Party going to actually move further left? Are they going to move further left to appease the NDP? Are they going to move further left to appease the NDP party? Are their policies going to move further left to appease the NDP party? Okay. Infighting, possibly what's going on now. Yeah, past, present, future. This is what's going on now, is there's the bickering behind the scenes. Is what I'm telling you. These two fell out and then drew this one. Three of Swords. Sorry if I'm with my cough. It's muggy weather. Used to live inland where it was very dry. My lungs are a bit still adjusting to the moisture in the air. Infighting, the Three of Swords. This is the truth piercing the heart. I think what it is the Liberals would like to move more right towards moderate, but they are realising they're in the disappointment that the truth is actually the other direction. And then we've got the Six of Swords. This is packing up the truth and moving from rocky times into calmer waters. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune again. This is about karma, destiny, fate, but it's also about new cycles, closing of old cycles and opening new. At the base we have the King of Cups, and we have also again the rebalancing, and then we have the Three of Cups working to work together, circles of support, and then the Two of Wands, which is about choosing a direction. It is about a crossroads moment where you can either choose to go through the dark thicket or you can choose to follow the light to the new horizon, the new dawn. Okay, so yeah, I'm not seeing an election. I'm seeing that there will be an appeasement of the NDP to hold together. They will move further left, and I actually don't see that that's being a bad thing. It's going to be, by moving further left, it'll be all more about natural farming, natural sequence farming. It'll be more about opening up energy supplies. Do you have thermal energy? I'm getting a draw to thermal. Do you have thermal energy in Canada? Tapping into renewable supplies of energy. Canada's a bit like Australia. It has a lot of coal reserves, if I remember correctly. They have quite a big coal port, but I'm seeing a fundamental shift. As we are all over the world, I'm seeing a fundamental shift for Canada to more progressive, is what I'm after. Progressive. And this is being forced upon them by the demands of the NDP. I know that only delays by 2 years, but I think what's going to happen, what the boys are telling me is what's going to happen in those 2 years is going to set the foundation, be vital for Canada moving forward into the future. Okay, that's interesting. Right, let's have a look at Pierre Poilievre, the leader of the Conservative, just to see where that goes. What's turned over there? Yeah, nothing particularly interesting. That was just me being lazy shuffling. Right, Pierre Poilievre. Oh, come on, cards, shuffle on me. Pierre Poilievre, leader of the Conservative. Show me going forward. Thank you. Oh, it not only stuck when I had my eyes closed, but it flipped over. So if you remember the previous draw that I did for Justin Trudeau, this was in his planning. But here we have for Pierre, this is his signifier. Okay. Challenged by karma, destiny, fate, doors closing, other doors opening. Literally, karma coming back and biting him on the bum. No idea why. Perhaps someone can tell me, but there is some truth perhaps that is going to come out in regards to him or his party that is going to bite him on the backside. Okay, his plan. His plan is to appeal to the feminine in an inspirational manner and shine a light on the path forward. However, his path forward has a snake on it. His actions Ace of Swords, burden. There's going to be this is what's actually going to happen. In regards to his plan, there is going to be a very significant truth come out that he's going to find burdensome. Karma over him is the higher authorities, potentially government. And messaging is hemming him in. I know this can be the wedding card or the family card or celebration, but I always read this card unless it's in my Lightseers pack. Is the messaging that he's putting him out is actually uncomfortable to the families, not necessarily to him, but it's not a comfortable messaging that he's putting out to the actual voters. Okay, the outcome. Magician, manifestation or manipulation. Let's have a look. Oh, the High Priestess. Something is hidden that has not yet been revealed. There are secrets to come forward. Here we've got walking away again. We had this in Justin Trudeau's. Walking away immediately sprang to mind. In Trudeau's it was walking towards what's serving. This is walking away from what's not serving. And we have the voter again. These were in different spots, but again we have the voter. Okay. Harsh truth. Something new coming forward in regards to lies and deceit. These are not particularly good cards. I mean, they're not devastating. Well, yes, they are. They're not good cards. And then we have justice. I'm only the messenger. I don't know what side my viewer was on, but I'm not seeing it particularly good for Pierre. There's going to be something come out, a secret, a manipulation come out, a secret come out. The karma over him is that families aren't buying what he's saying. Yeah, okay. We'll see how that plays. Keep me informed. Take care. Bye-bye.